Hi heathens. Today's video is just going to be playing around with makeup because I haven't in a while, other than the two that I've filmed recently. One I put on makeup and the other I did not. So I'm just going to play around with some stuff that's on my desk that I want to, play around with. I'm going to start by putting some balm on. Might put lipstick on later, but at least get that crusty off my lips, because no matter how much balm I apply right now, or chapstick or whatever, it only lasts like a few minutes and then my lips are back to being like weird. Anyway, I got some water getting ready to boil, and I bought this palette a while back before I got sick. Never got to play around with it, so I want to do it in this video. So this is by the brand Creative Soul, and it is their Who Done It palette. This is another one that I bought off of Etsy, and I'd like to be able to go ahead and leave it a review. I thought the concept was really cool. So you've got kind of like a deeper color story, but still like, I'd say relatively neutral palette, minus DNA, Paranormal, and Mystery, which are like pressed glitters. I don't know how they're going to apply. We'll see. And then you've got like some normal shimmers, and then a handful of mattes, which is really nice. So you've got all kinds of like crime scene names: missing, case file, DNA, clue, suspect, witness, crime scene, paranormal, motive, victim, forensics, mystery, unsolved, phantom, and alibi. Now, for once, I actually know exactly what colors I want to use first, because, like I said, I bought this before I got sick, so I've been staring at this palette on and off for about a month. And there are definitely some shades that are calling to me, and I've got an idea in my head that I want to see if I can actually execute and it not look silly. And the reason that it might look silly is because I actually want to use forensics on my inner corner, but I'm not doing a green eye. I'm going to be focusing on like the orangey browns, but popping that green forensic shade in my inner corner. So first I'm going to take Case File, which is like a very neutral shade, on a fluffy brush. This is just one of the Wet n Wild, like you can find these at the dollar store. This is one of my favorite brushes ever, and it's got like a little thumb holder spot, so they're super comfortable to hold. And I find that they're just like the perfect shape and density for my eye shape. And like I said, I find them to be some of the easiest brushes to work with. Like if I could stock up on like 12 of these and just rotate them in and out, I'd probably never need any other brushes ever. Alright, so far so good on that shade. It's like a perfect kind of cool tone taupe, which I really like, because this is the kind of shade, and I've said it before, that would be a great like one and done for me, because I can see myself putting this all over and then just going to work, because it gives you just a little bit of depth and dimension, and it's like, hey, I'm awake, I'm a person, without being like a whole dedicated look. Alright, I built that one up a little bit, so I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. And one thing, I don't know if you could tell a second ago when I was showing you the palette, that I thought was really cool when I first opened it, is there's like holographic coloring in the black background. Can you see it on the back? Yeah, maybe that'll be easier to show you. And it just kind of gives it a little extra, I don't know, flair. Okay, so we have our general base built. So now I'm going to tap into Clue, which is like the orange. I really need to redo my nails. Please don't look at them, sorry. And I'm just taking the same brush. There's not a lot of kickback in the pans, by the way, for those of you who are interested in knowing that. Like I always say, I don't mind even if there is a little bit of kickback in the pans, as long as it's not like pulling out the whole pan. Like you get kickback in some pans where it's like you tap in once and half the pan is gone. Then I mind. But if it's just like a little dusty, I usually don't mind even if there is a little kickback, but these don't have a lot so far. And I'm focusing this on the outer 3/4 of the eye. Focusing mainly on the outer half, but still bringing it in almost all the way, particularly up at the top, because that's going to help balance everything out when we put a shimmer on. Okay, now to deepen it all, I'm actually going to tap into Alibi, which I'm kind of nervous about because it looks like it's a nice chocolate brown. So hopefully it, right, this one has a little more kickback than the other shades. Hopefully this blends out because I'm going to use this kind of patting it on the outer edge. And this is what I'm going to use to deepen the outer half of the eye so that it's not all one-dimensional. As if you are not new to my channel, you know that this is kind of the shape that I go for every time I do my eyes, is like a slightly deeper outer, bringing it up into the crease, and then popping that shimmer usually on the inner half of my lid, whatever shimmer I'm using, or glitter or whatever. Okay. My ears are ringing a little bit. So it's not the most perfect job, but I think that's on me, not just the shadow. Also, I just lost a little bit of light, so I'm sorry. I'm just going to tap a little bit more back into that outer area where it was starting to look patchy and not blend it as much. Okay. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye and try to match it as best as I can. Doing this eye is always more difficult on camera because I feel like no matter where I hold my mirror or palette, I'm covering what y'all can see because I am right-handed. And it always makes me a little nervous because I'm like, what are you actually seeing me do on this side, you know? I went in already a little heavier on this side because I knew the other side blended out a little bit more than I expected on the edge. So now I'm just patting that back in. And I think they're pretty even. So I'm going to take what's on the brush, pinch it, and just go under the eye a little bit. Okay, now for my lid, what I want to do is I think I want to take a little bit of Paranormal, which is that middle glitter, and see if I can get it to just stick to my lid. I don't know, I haven't touched them yet. Okay, it's very densely packed, so it might work. Oh yeah, okay. That was way easier than I was expecting, actually. It goes on like very thin, like there's still a lot on my finger, but it's definitely there. So I'm gonna do the other eye up here with you, and I'm literally just, oh, why did so much more go on that eye? I was about to say, I'm literally just patting my finger across it. But for some reason, so much more went on this eye first that they do look a little uneven. Putting a little more up top, then I'm going to put a little more down the base so that they match. Okay, so the amount that's still on my finger is about like that. But I took my makeup wipe, ran it over it, and it all came off immediately. So I'm going to now take my pinky and tap into that green forensics shade, which is what I want for my inner corner. Yep, that's exactly what I was picturing. Like this green, gold. Yep, very nice. Ignore the cat. Sorry. He's being a turd. Okay. So, that is going to be it for the eyeshadow. Now, I'm going to throw in a little bit of mascara, and I'm going to try to find something that's like, as weird as it sounds, washes off really easily. So I think I'm going to go for my Tarte Big Ego. Because if I get into a coughing fit and my eyes start watering, I don't want it to like start clumping. I want it to just come off. Which is one of the main reasons I have not been trying to wear eye makeup recently. Because I felt puffy. I'm like, if I start coughing and this gets in my eyes, it's gonna really suck, especially if I'm at work, because then I'm just gonna get like clumpy and gross and look like I've been crying with makeup on, and nobody wants to have that, especially if you have to sit at work for, you know, who knows how much longer. Because my days are technically 9 hours. I work for 8 because I have an hour lunch. But still, unless it happens like right before I go to lunch or while I'm on lunch, I still have to sit there like that or go to the bathroom and hope some soap and water does the trick, which sometimes with makeup it doesn't. You know, sometimes you need that makeup remover aspect. So for highlighter for this look, I want to take that other Michaela X Glam Light pressed highlighter that I did not know I was receiving, and I want to give that a go. It's like a gorgeous, like champagne, but a little goldy. Let's see. Does this have an outer? Yeah. So again, we have an outer thing before I can peel the plastic off of the mirror. Ooh, less satisfying when you drop it. All right. I'm going to clean this off because this is actually the brush that I use for the green one, and I don't want any of that green to be in this. Even though I love it, I want to get just what this highlighter looks like. Okay, seems like that's good. So I'm just going to take this brush, we're going to tap in, and just go right up in here. Yeah, that's really nice. It's a nice, like, shine for sure, but it's not like crazy over the top. There's a bit of a shadow because I am very fair, but it's not bad at all. It's not like a cast shadow. It's just like there's something on the skin. I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully when you see it, you'll kind of get what I'm saying. Take a little bit of this down the nose. And I'm going to do something with my eyebrows because I feel like they're looking a little bland. So let's go in with the Morphe 2 Auburn Brow Crush Tinted Brow Gel. Brow Crush Tinted Brow Gel. Tongue twister of the day for no reason. Sometimes I say things and I struggle to get them out, and I'm like, damn, that was really hard to say, and then I try to say it again and I'm like, why was that so hard to say the first time? And I think it's just because my body does not want to cooperate with me, or my mind moves faster than my mouth, and so it gets all muddled. I think what I'll put on with this look is a little bit of gloss. Because I feel like that balm's already going away. But I don't want to dry out my lips even more by putting on a liquid lipstick, even though that's my favorite. I know that sometimes it can, excuse me, dry out the mouth, and that's definitely not what my lips are needing right now. Yeah, see, that just helped, I feel like, liven up my face a little bit. A little bit of brow gel. Okay, so just grab one. This is the Half Caked Instant Crush Gloss in Rich Rich. She smells good. It's like almost a strawberry candy smell. You can kind of see it catch into a dry patch right in there. But that's just because of how dry my lips are. This is actually a really good gloss. And if you had like nice, fresh, plump, exfoliated lips, it would look even more incredible. But I don't right now. So this is the finished look. Just a simple little, let's put a little something on my face. Let's give her a little spritz, shall we? Let's go Becca Skin Love Glow Shield Prime and Set Mist. I don't know what that smell is, but it always smells so good. So anyway, that's what we've got. Let me know your thoughts down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe to see more of my content, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.